Innovation.
ここで去年の春からお茶、それは自分が楽しむことによって相手も楽しんでもらえるんじゃないかと思っております。意外と早いですよ。もうそろそろ終わりますので、少々ちょっとだけお手間見ててください。はい、あっという間にお手前が終わりました。今、畳の上でお手間してますけど、これはテーブルの上でもできる、とても華やかなものになります。どうぞ一度、経験、直接、皆さんにお届けしたいと思っております。それでは私の後、引き継いでくれる、沢会の代表、伊藤さんです。
ご紹介いただきました、沢会代表の伊藤俊と申します。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。小泉先生の気持ちといいますか、考えに賛同しまして、僕が引き続き、一緒にやっております。この活動を、今回こうやってオンラインでさせていただいておりますけども、ぜひですね、京都に来ていただきたいと思いまして、このニューヨークの皆さんに特別にお茶会にご招待したいと思っております。5月の19日日曜日ですね、京都国際会館にてお茶会をさせていただきます。これは5月21日が国連の定めたお茶の日というものでございまして、これに合わせまして開催いたします。どうぞ皆様来ていただければですね、本物のこのお茶とですね、体験というのをぜひ楽しんでいただけると思いますので、どうぞお越しいただければと思います。どうもありがとうございました。
またこの後は5月の時ゆっくりお話ししたいと思っております。今日はこうやって呼んでいただきましてありがとうございました。ではまたお会いできる日を楽しみにしております。失礼いたします。
はい、エレン、OK だ。
ありがとうございます。
じゃあ、ありがとう、伊藤さん。素晴らしいビデオできました。一気に。
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Chu. We talk about bodily autonomy, which I think is very interesting topic and has many aspects to discuss. Take my story as an example. I was born in 1967, that is 56 years ago. At that era, the Chinese society in Taiwan was comparatively conservative, and their traditional ethic was strictly observed. No concept of divorce or a married mother was known among them. Take my story as an example. I was born in 1967, that is 56 years ago. At that era, the Chinese society in Taiwan was comparatively conservative, and their traditional etiquette was strictly observed. No concept of divorce or a married mother whatsoever was known among them. My mother is an indigenous Hanukkah tribe. She married my father at the age of 18. There is a 30-year age difference between the two. They were not married through love, but were older and arranged by my grandfather. My mother came far from a remote village to live in Taipei City. Unaccustomed with the unhappy life, she was tempted to run away from home, leaving me and my sister behind. My father raised us all alone. In the 1970s in Taiwan, there were many ethnic groups such as Hokkien, Hakka, Cantonese migrating from other provinces and other regions as well. All ethnic groups were learning to accept and integrate with each other. Differences in language and culture often caused misunderstandings. Concept of family was an issue particularly difficult for them to solve. Many people in the community, for instance, did not understand how come a child had been without a mother like me. Therefore, mothers in the neighborhood did not let their children playing with me. I didn't understand why, so I asked my father. He is a university graduate who used to serve as a government official. He liked to quote the words of Confucius and encourage us to help set up a universal commonwealth and great harmony. In such a word, he said, when the great principle prevails, the rulers are to be selected according to their wisdom and ability. Mutual confidence is promoted and good neighborliness cultivated. I studied hard at school. National Tsinghua University, where I studied, is still one of the best universities in Taiwan nowadays. I studied in the Department of Chinese Language and was encouraged by my professor to participate in the school and social literary competitions. Whether it was prose or novel, I won the awards for many competition and consecutive years. This honor enlightened my passion for more writing. While I was in college, I was approached and invited by a TV company to host programs and sometimes even play the role of an actor, thus accumulating my media experience. I am a child without a mother. I was discriminated against while growing up in Taiwanese society, which was very difficult. Today's social atmosphere is very different from the past, and it is acceptable to single-parent families or blended families. I think this is also because of our emphasis on humanism and body autonomy. Until now, in my media interview experience and teaching experience, I still come into contact with single mothers. Most of them have different stories that led them to raise their children alone or send their children to orphanages. A friend of mine adopted a foundling by a married mother too. This kind of story happened in Taiwan constantly, mostly about underprivileged families. They do not have the financial ability to support marriage and raise children, so they can only make the decision to abandon their children. So they can only make the decision to abandon their children. Looking at it from another aspect, according to the CNN report on August 8, 2023, 81% of those single-parent homes are headed by mom. This has been a growing trend since the late 1960s. The number of kids being raised by mostly single moms has more than doubled between 1968 and 2017.
Hi everybody, my name is Ling, my last name is Ko. I came from Taiwan. I was living and grew up in Taiwan in Hsinchu. So my childhood was normal, my parents was middle class, we are just one of the ordinary families. And I failed the high school entry exam, so I wasn't able to get to the proper university when I was a teenager. My father made the right decision. He sent me over to Texas, United States for the college. So right after college, the 4 years university in States, I came back to Taiwan and worked in the tech world since then. In about the age of 28, my mother unfortunately passed away with the leukemia, which is the trigger of the point that I will later discuss. So because my mom passed away in the early stage, around year after 30 years old, I decided to froze my eggs. That was a good decision. The reason why I wanted to be a motherhood, that the seed has embedded in me in that early stage is because when my mom was fighting for the cancer, the only thing that holds up her to fight the cancer, to fight the disease, was she wanted to see more from her children. She wanted to see her children start work. She wanted to see the children get married. She wanted to see the children have the kids, right? It's the motivation of wanting to see what happened to your children, kind of keep her fighting, keep her alive. So that kind of gave me a shock that how motherhood is important. Another reason why I decided to be a mother in the early stages because even my mother passed away, but part of her is always in me. I have her legacy. I have her eyes. I have her optimistics. Part of me is always has part of her. So that was the reason why it kind of really touched me in the early decision. So by the year of 30, at that time in Taiwan, freezing egg or the fertility law was not popular, but I decided to be a guinea pig to give it a try to freezing my egg. So that time at age 31, I froze my eggs. And that time I started to focus on my career. I did datings. I even got married once, but in the end I failed. So it was short marriage, but I never regret. Because of that, I started adopting the marriage, right? But I never adopted the motherhood journey. Till later on, in the age of 44, that's the time I decided that maybe I'm ready. When I say ready is I think I'm mature enough, and most important is a financial stable. I believe that I will be able to provide the financial stabilities for my children. So at that time, I have a stable boyfriend. We decided to be a parent without marriage. So that's the kind of short intro about me. Thank you.
Well, obviously, I think there's lots of differences between you and me, such as growing background, family background, even the living plan of our future, about the love, the different idea about love and marriage. So I would like to know, after the above exchange of ideas, how about Lynn, your opinion about the generation gap?
I feel lucky that I'm in this generation. Maybe the current law, fertility law in Taiwan, not allow me to be an unwed mother, but I do feel that the generation that I'm having, I have very strong support from the families, the friends, and then even the media, the social media, the friends that I don't know. Everybody is very strong support me being the motherhood with this age, because at the 40-something, we are aware what we're doing and we understand what we're doing, and we believe we have the rights for our body, including the birth to a child. So unfortunately, to live and to stay in this generation. And I believe, Jen, when your generation is hard, right? The time is there, and just the families and the society is not seeing a single parent. So I feel the differences will be in my generation. I've been fortunate that I live here, that people is very accepting the idea of unwed mom or a single mother by choice or a single mother. So I think I'm lucky in these generations. And I think a big difference is acceptance.
You talk about the social media. As I know in Taiwan, the social media has many different opinions. They even fight for their different standpoint. Have you ever been to someone whose opinion is different with you and against your choice?
I do have friends, was not that close, was questioning that how come you bring a kid to the world without the father? But I have to correct him. That was incorrect statement. I bring the child to the world with the love. Overloaded love from me and from my family and from my boyfriend. The only difference in the kid is that we decided not to get married. Doesn't mean that kid is growing up without father. It doesn't mean that kid with growing up without a complete family. It just somehow by the legal definition, we are not married, but doesn't mean it doesn't short of any love. So yes, I do have friends who kind of doesn't understand why we did that. They make the point, why not just get married? But I want to make the point as well is, to getting married is not just because I want to have a kid with you, so we get married. That was the wrong reason to get married. Or I want to get married because I need a visa to stay legally, right? That was the wrong decisions. You get married because you are imagined to live with someone, to love with someone the rest of your life. That was the reason, and that's supposed to be the only reason you get married. And for now, I'm happy where I am. So yes, there's a disagreement from the social media or from the friends, but I believe that the majority of me and my friends agree with the standpoint.
Do your family support that your choice not to be married?
Hell yeah! Even my grandmom, she's 92, she supports everything. She supports 120%. Because as I say, we are financially independent, we are 40-something, we know what we're doing. Why not have a legacy with your own? Why not? Why have to find somebody? You don't have to find your partner. You can give the birth to your partner for a lifetime.
Yeah, so I think all the point, the most important things is financial independent, right? So what ability do you think a woman should have to be able to raise a child on her own? Obviously, finance independent is the most important item.
Yeah, I agree with Jan when you say, I think financially independent is must-have because you're not only supporting yourself, you're going to support a child for a lifetime. So yes, financial independence is required. Give an example of myself. I'm making okay-ish money because I work in a tech, but I know once I have my child, because I'm currently pregnant, so once I have my child, most of my income, most of my saving will go to the child. And by the time of child, when it's a she, so when she gets to university or gets to college, that's the time when I retire. So that means I have to do a different retirement plan. So I do have my retirement plan. Through the years, I have bought myself 3 different properties. So my retirement plan was once my kids go to the college, then I can start to sell one of my property till I fully retire, right? So I do have some of banking, financial banking on the house for future, and I can sell for my retirement. So I kind of have roughly planned that I can actually support the kids till college with no problem at all. The second thing is not only the money, it's mature. Are we mature enough to have a kid on our own?
At 44 years old?
Yeah, I think I'm mature. And it's things is like I focus my 20s, my 30s, even my early 40s in my career, right? And now I want to focus on myself. I want to make the right decision for myself. I probably never know was this right decision or not till the day I die, right? But I believe this is the time I should treasure the moment when I still have the capability to give the birth. So mature mindset is must, and of course a healthy physical body. If I'm sick right now, weak right now, I can't provide a healthy uterus to the kid right now. So I think there's several things required. So it was a good question. Thank you, Jim.
You talk about the frozen eggs. They ask you that how much does it cost to freeze eggs at fertility clinics?
So that's a huge differences between Asia and United States. For the frozen eggs, when I was doing in Taiwan, it's probably cost about 100,000 New Taiwan dollars, which is about 3,000 US dollars. So it's kind of affordable at that time. For the storage fee, right? The storage fee every year is about 7,000 New Taiwan dollars. So it's about $200 is also very affordable. And I restore my eggs for 13 years before I use it. So the storage fee kind of built up, but it's still very affordable. And the whole process of creating the embryo, doing the PGD test, which is genetic test, and then implement the embryo back to my body. Because Taiwan law is not allowed to have the unwed woman to using the embryo, even though it's yours. But because the law forbidden us to using those eggs, so I have to ship those eggs to United States, which is the law is allowed. So my implementation of the embryo and unfrozen eggs and creating the embryo, that probably total cost about almost 50,000 US dollars.
So, do you want to raise second child?
We talked about that with my fertility doctor. The problem is I am 44. By the time when I give the birth, I will be 45. It will be really stretched to have a second child. That means I'll probably need to have a second child by 47, 48. I would love to have my kid have a sibling, but with the age, I don't know. But for now, I'm just focused on the one in my tummy right now.
Yes, as a mother, I'm a mother too. I know all the process about to care about the baby. So it's a next step.
Yeah.
And when we talk about body autonomy, especially for women, because they can give birth to a baby, they can choose to be a single mother. Sometimes, because of their beauty, a woman's beauty, women have more opportunity to enjoy life than others. For example, Ashley Mears, Associate Professor of Sociology of Boston University, wrote a book titled Very Important People, Status and Beauty in the Global Party Circuit. Takes readers inside the elite global party circuit of models and models to review how beautiful young women are used to boost the status of men. Do you think this is also an expression of bodily autonomy?
I believe that your body, your decision, right? And I also believe beauty has different definitions. It's not about that I have to have Botox, wrinkle-free as a beauty, right? Being a confident woman is one type of beauty. Being intellectual intelligence is also part of the beauty. So I do believe that beauty defines some people, but the beauty is you define the beauty inside of you. So I do agree certain of that point, but I also disagree. The beauty is not just the outlook, it's the inside of you, and it's total package for you. And I also have to admit it that being pregnant at the beginning and still, I started not that like my body. I started to dislike my body because our body started transforming, our face become puffed, like our body become bigger, right? So I'm also in the transition or in the stage that from super confidence about myself to now I am not that confident to myself. Maybe later on I probably will lose my confidence because pregnancy changed the woman bodies. So I'm also in the process of exploring myself to find that beauty that I accept myself. I hope that makes sense to you.
Of course, and I think you are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm just to say I'm trying exploring. I'm in the process.
Yes, I've been through the process too. And I'm looking for a peace mind when the same process of pregnancy. And I think because the courage of having a baby make you feel so beautiful now. And
Aw, let me
shining.
give you a hug.
I do really think so. I think you are so beautiful now with situation and the confidence and the courage to raise a child. Her.
It's
So,
her.
do you give her name or not yet?
Not yet. This is the time when we get back to nerd and techie. We're using AI to calculate several names, but we haven't decided yet. Instead of fortune tellers, like all the Chinese, Taiwanese, we have fortune teller to tell us the name. We decided using AI to tell us the name.
So will she have a Chinese name too?
Yes, in order to be registered as a Taiwanese, she will be dual citizen, right? Her father is from States, so she will have Taiwanese citizenship and U.S. citizenship. And in order to register as a Taiwanese, we require to have a Chinese name.
And the last name? Well,
It will be my last name.
your last name.
That's as good as the unwed mother that I can decide her last name.
So, well, Miss Guo.
Yes,
in
the Miss
future.
Guo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, a beautiful lady. Miss Guo. I'll see you someday.
Yes.
Okay, the last question I would like to know, I hope you will not mind. How do you respond when your child asks you in the future why they were born out of wedlock?
That's actually a very good question. I was thinking about that too. I think there is a cultural differences between Taiwan and the States. Because in the States, when you have a birth certificate from the kid, for a kid, they will list the partner 1 and partner 2. They don't list husband, wife, or mother or father, because that's a gender defined. Because a lot of the couples nowadays are same-sex marriage, right? You don't define who's mother 1, who's mother 2. You define it as a partner 1, partner 2. And because that, they don't define it are you married or not. So in the States, in the birth certificate, it's not identified as the kid married or not. Because for the kid, as long as there's a partner 1, partner 2 to love them, or even only the partner 1, which is good enough. But in Taiwan, unfortunately, the birth certificate was very clear, identified, that has to be wife or mother, husband, father. So yes, since my baby will be born in Taiwan, her birth certificate will be missing the father's side. And we will try to do legal way to make it adjust later on, which is possible in Taiwan. It's just a little bit more process. So how do I explain my kids that her parents marry out of wedlock? I think the thing is, I believe my kid in the future will get a lot of love from the father and from the mother as well. If we marry or not, it doesn't change the love that we toward her. So marriage is important. As I say, marriage is you committed to love somebody forever. Marriage, another way, is also financial obligations, right? Without getting married doesn't mean that we don't love each other. We just temporarily get away from those financial obligations to each other. So that's why it's kind of interesting way to see the marriage when you get to a certain point.
So growing with love, little Miss Guo will be optimistic and living happy
I hope
forever. So nice to talk about you. Thank you.
No problem, no problem.
Hello everyone, I am Yutong Li. I am a composer and pianist from Taiwan. Today I will introduce about Hakka. Hakka is a generation in Chinese history for a long time. Basically, they live in south of the China. They come from Guangdong, Fujian, Guangxi, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and etc. And in Qing Dynasty, people realize there are Hakka population, and right now there are 15 to 20% of people are Hakka in Taiwan society. And Hakka people their music is the topic we are talking about today. There is a Hakka hill song. In the ancient time, Hakka people learned agriculture in the hill, and they are far from each other. So the way they talk to each other is using singing in the high pitch. And so this will be easier for them to communicate. And today I will play you a Hakka hill song for you. It's called 喊来唱歌就唱歌. In the English is tell you to sing and you will sing. And you can listen to, there's a lot of traditional tempo and melody in this song. Thank you. Okay, so this is the traditional Hakka hill song. And the second song I will play for you is called Four Seasons Song. And in this song, the lyric will say about 4 different seasons: the spring, the summer, the fall, and the winter. And in the Hakka 4 seasons, it's really happy and rich, enjoy life. So let's listen to this 4 seasons song. Thank you. play for you the last song. Last song is Hakka pop song. Okay, so from the Hakka pop song is from 1970. In the 1970, they begin to write a lot of Hakka lyric for the pop. But during that time, Hakka pop song is not so famous. In the around 1990s, they become more popular and popular. And the most important is during the 2001 客委会 Hakka Affair Council, they have public. So they begin to introduce Hakka culture to the world. The lecture, the music, and a lot of Hakka things. And after that, in 2003, the Golden Melody Award have Best Hakka Symphonies Award. So people will be more familiar with Hakka music. And the last music I will play is called Peach Blue. This is a beautiful Hakka pop song. And let's listen to this. Okay, so today these three songs is the basic idea about Hakka music. And thank you for listening to this. And I return Lee. Thank you. Bye bye.
私は40年間、京都大学医学部の学生さんにお茶を教えておりました。その他にもいろんなところ、いろんな国にも呼ばれてお茶をお伝えしようと出かけたりしておりました。そこでいつも私心に思っていることは、まず自分を大事にしてほしい。自分の国の、文化を大事にしてほしい。なぜかと言いますと、自分を大事にする人は相手の人たちにも大事にするからです。ですから自分の国をしっかり大事にして、そうするとよその国の文化も非常に興味を持ちますし、理解も早いと思います。私は沢会と名前をつけたのは、皆さんにいろいろ足してずんずんいいものを広げたいという気持ちで沢会とつけました。いかがでしょうか、その考えは。
はい。茶道をですね、するというのは非常に難しいと思われるんですけども、実はそうじゃなくてですね、もう本物のお茶、本物のものでですね、立てて楽しむ、まずこれが大事なんですね。で、その上で着物だったり、お道具だったり、そういうものがいろいろあると。なので本当に楽しむ要素がたくさんあると思いますので、ぜひ若い方でやりたいと思われましたら、ぜひ楽しんで始めていただきたいと思います。
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. It's my pleasure for me to share our growth story of the Indonesia Javanese girl. And I've divided my presentation into 3 parts. I'm going to start with the background of the girl, and I will talk about her changes, and finally, what's the present situation. In the first slide is about her background. She is 20. Her name is Lily. She is 25 years old now. She joined Sourceman's 1860s social enterprise project for 3 years. Now, her present job position is our famous iShop leader and event coordinator. Because her family, the environment is not good. She's the eldest sister of 5 kids. And the real life is cruel. So her parents cannot afford her afford her the money to continue her academics. So she need to work during the day and go to school at night. Now, because she's no experience and no, so she get low salary and she cannot, and her parents cannot support her get a higher education finally. And so she after she come to our dream house assessment standard, so she tried to get something different. She wants to get something different. She get our consultant. So we teach her to learn the food and beverage skills and organize event skills. And because she worked for us, so she can get the relatively good salary from us, and she can complete her university study plan in the future 3 years. Now she already graduated. In this slide, we will discuss about her growth, because the first, as I remember, she's very shy. I also remember she's very shy in the first my image. So now she's mindset changing and she takes some challenges. And in the first communication, she was always had an inferiority complex about her poverty and low education. She doesn't dare to try any new things, even it's very easy to get well. She don't want to try, but we don't know why. So after he get our training, so she can make some dreams. She want to try something different to make her dreams come true. She tried to assist in our project to organizing in and completing multiple tasks and business activities. And she also helped us to participate in international art and cultural exchange activities. Until now, she already got more 30. She already finished it, or more 30 exhibition events and got more than 10,000 visitors. So this is our event photos. So you can see like she's very cute in this girl. And because she already get some experience about from the event and exhibitions, so she want to do something changes. She want to do something to make some changes. in the spring of 2023. She proposed to invite Taiwanese artists to Semarang, Indonesia, and she proposed to introduce the Taiwanese theater business model to the local society, and she bring more innovative experience to the local residents. So this is in the right side of the poster is our one sample. It's one sample. This is a sample. This drama. This drama name is Moment Laru Malam across the Lhasa, Taiwan. It's a midnight theater on summer nights. So if we want to the implementation, she faces some challenges. The first one is this is a new concept of the immersive theater. So what is that? So I think maybe some people still doesn't know. Yeah. And then the second one is this is not a normal standard of the normal standard for eating while watching the theater. It's a quite new experience for us. And the third different is this drama also feedback to Taiwan, the new startup, the NGO 140. Its name is 140, and they focus on the foreign migrant workers issue. So this drama also talk about this issue also. So about the summer, so she works very hard and she learned very well, and now she is become our leader of the cultural cafe, and she is responsible for the management of the store, and she also assists us to organize and planning the more new cultural experience events. So this is she's now the photos, the presented photos. It look very professional and she's very well. Very kindness also very cute. In this slide, we will show you a very short video about her work results. So let's go. So in this video, we can see that she's worked hard and she cooperated with our foreigner artists and our local teams, and then she introduced to local guys and the local audience. So what's the difference? Or what's the new one? This is our highlights video. So you can see the local society in Kota Lama. This is the UNESCO UNESCO heritage in Indonesia and in city Semarang. So you see, you can eat something while watching the theater. So let's go back to our presentation. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all enjoyed my talk about our short talk about the woman's courage and perseverance. So let us dream bravely, and she can do it, and so can you. Bye bye.
Good morning, everyone. Delia Cho here. I've been working in TradFi for 5 years, and now I'm also a CEO of an AI company which dedicates in the equity in both gender and education. Today, we're diving deep into action, not just conversation. We're here to challenge and change the norms in finance, to really spotlight and celebrate the roles and contributions of women. Ready to jump in? Think about the finance world for a moment. It's been tailored by and for men, leaving women on the sidelines, from outdated dress codes to limited roles, right down to marketing that just doesn't get our financial savvy. These issues, they're our rallying cries for a much-needed change. Let's start with how we're seen and judged. Why is it that women are still valued more for their attire than their insights and achievements in finance? It's high time we shifted that focus to where it truly belongs. And have you noticed how some finance roles are just stamped as for women? Why limit ourselves? We're knocking down those barriers, making every level and sector in finance an open field for women's talents, from the trading floor all the way to the boardroom. Then there's the way financial products are presented to us. It's like they're pushing us towards the safe options without showing the full spectrum of what we can achieve. We're advocating for information that empowers women, that really lets us aim for the stars financially. And how about the way these products are marketed? It feels like they're speaking to a past era, not to the savvy women of today. We deserve marketing that recognizes our financial intelligence and ambition, and that's exactly the direction we're moving in. So, you see, it's not just about creating new products, it's about changing the conversation around finance for women, how it's talked about, marketed, and thought about. It's a hefty task, but absolutely necessary, and we're more than up for it. What are your thoughts?
Ladies, gentlemen, and distinguished guests, it is with great honor and a deep sense of purpose that I stand before you today to discuss a journey marked by persistence, determination, and the relentless pursuit of goals. Mine is a story defined not by the barriers of age or gender, but by unwavering grit. Allow me to delve into the essence of grit, a quality highlighted by research as essential for achieving success in various aspects of life. Grit, as we understand it, is not something we are born with, but rather a trait that can be developed and honed over time. It stands as a cornerstone of leadership and personal success. To cultivate grit, one must identify their passion, maintain steadfast commitment, navigate through adversities, and ensure these efforts are in harmony with their long-term goals. Importantly, grit involves finding deep purpose and meaning in our pursuits, an element that significantly enriches our personal and professional growth. My appreciation for the concept of grit was profoundly shaped by Angela Duckworth's seminal work on the subject. Her insights illuminated that my career achievements were not mere products of fortuitous circumstances, but the result of persistent effort and determination. Beginning my career in marketing within multinational corporations, I soon transitioned to sales, drawn to its inherent challenges and the satisfaction derived from crafting innovative solutions to meet client needs. Over the span of 15 years, my dedication to the sales profession has been unwavering, offering me both immense challenges and unparalleled satisfaction. My recent relocation from Taiwan to the United States was motivated by two primary goals: securing superior educational opportunities for my son and immersing myself in the vibrant sales landscape of this mature market. Despite the daunting nature of immigrating to a new country, my resolve remained firm, guided by my ambition to excel in the American sales domain. Each day, it is grit that propels me forward, enabling me to confront and surmount obstacles, all the while drawing satisfaction from the pursuit of a career that not only fulfills me, but also aligns with my broader life ambitions. My journey is a testament to the power of grit, a force that knows no boundaries of gender, age, or geography, and one that drives us toward our dreams, even amidst the constantly evolving tapestry of life. Thank you for the opportunity to share my story.